On this week's show, we take you inside Flames spring ball and get to know the man leading the Liberty tight ends.
Plus, LU softball is back to their winning ways and the story of a Flames tennis player and how his upbringing in South Africa gave him the grit he needs on the court. It all starts now. This is Flames Central.
Welcome into Flames Central, your home for all things Liberty Flames. I'm Matt Warner. She's Emily Austin. We've got some great stories for you this week, including a Mic'd Up with Liberty football.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy that. But being that the weather is warming and spring is upon us, it's only fitting that we begin this week's show with a little baseball and a huge midweek matchup on the mountain.
Yeah, Liberty hosting number 7 Virginia on Tuesday night. The Flames have had success against UVA and Lynchburg, and they were hoping that would continue. Over 3,600 people came out for this one, a great crowd, 4th largest crowd to ever watch a game at Worthington Field. And they got to see the Flames football coach, Jamie Chadwell, throw out the first pitch.
All right.
Little disappointed he didn't throw from the top of the mound, but he did throw a strike nonetheless. Nice job, coach. Perhaps that was an omen because this was a well-pitched game. In fact, it was scoreless in the 3rd when Ethan Anderson gave it a ride and came up that close to a 3-run home run. The Flames escape and keep this one scoreless. It would stay that way until the 5th. A Liberty error would open the door and the Cavaliers would walk on through. UVA plated 3 unearned runs in the inning, making it a 3-0 game. It was 4-0 Virginia in the 8th when the Liberty offense finally got on the board. Great Betts, a line drive single that brought in Braden Horton. But that was all the Flames could muster on this night. Pretty well played game, but Liberty falls by the final of 4-1.
All right, switching gears to lacrosse. The Lady Flames opened ASUN conference play on the road at ranked rival Jacksonville. Liberty went into this matchup winless against the number 21 Dolphins. That's right, in 10 attempts overall, Jax has won every single game. So how will this one go? Let's ride what was a roller coaster in this one. Liberty got it going early, finding the back of the net 5 times in the opening frame. 2 of those coming from Tori Banks, and the Lady Flames came to play on the defensive end as well, holding Jacksonville scoreless in the second quarter as Mackenzie Lehman added 2 of LU's 3 goals in the second. The Lady Flames held an 8-3 lead at the half, but the Dolphins made a splash. Get it?
I got it.
In the 3rd, scoring 5 times to the final frame. LU feeling the pressure as Jax brought it within 1, but they responded well. The Lady Flames hang on to beat the Dolphins for the first time in program history and pick up their first ever win over a ranked opponent. Well, I'm not sure if you know, but if you get a big win around here, you also get the golden ticket to come on the Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage. Head lacrosse coach Kelly Nangle actually told us that going into that game, she had a good gut feeling that this was going to be the time that they took down the Dolphins, and she was absolutely right. Coach, tell us how you guys felt after that upset.
Just a huge weight lifted off everybody's shoulders. I mean, we got 5th years are crying. It's just like we've been at this for such a long time, and to actually get on the other side of it is huge, and it is just huge for the program. I told him in the locker room after the game, I'm like, this program will never be the same. Like this is a big moment in the history of this program, and
just got to build off it.
Yeah, and you got to keep rolling. Yeah. And I think you talk about confidence, and it's so much about confidence, but until you start winning some of these games, it's hard for these kids to really be like, hey, are we good?
Right.
So to be able to do this at the middle of the season and have the rest of the season with a big win under their belt, I'm excited to see. We've never done this before, so how's that going to propel us in these next couple games?
Do you want to hear the sound coaching advice that Joe Yacht gave Coach Nangle?
Oh, yeah.
No, neither did we. And she didn't take it, don't worry. But Coach did have some good stuff, including the reason behind why lacrosse players drop their sticks after a goal. You can hear the entire conversation and more. Download the Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage. You can find it where you listen to all your favorite podcasts. Plus, we're on YouTube now, too.
Yeah, check it out. All right, we turn our attention to football now as spring camp continues. One thing we've consistently heard about from this new coaching staff is how important the running game is in this offense. Emily Austin, you know her. She took a look at just that and the players that could have a big role in this week's camp report.
I may sound like a broken record, but the storyline of this spring has been all about the coaching staff introducing this new offense to the players. But just so you know, class is also in session for Flames Nation. And fortunately, co-offensive coordinator and running backs coach Newland Isaac spoke to the media this week to explain the role of running backs in this new system.
It's hard, especially for running backs in this offense. We do a lot with our running backs. We ask a lot of them. Typically, we do look for two different types of skill sets. So one, you'll typically have a B-back. He's the dive back in our offense. He's the bigger one. And then the other one was the A-back. It's the one that we typically can move around, put him in a slot, bring him in different type of motions, put him in the backfield. He's one that we're going to pitch it to. So typically, we do look for two. Ideally, we'll look for one that can do both, so you don't kind of get into a situation where people kind of know what's going on.
There are plenty of backs to highlight in this room, but one to keep an eye on is Wake Forest transfer Quentin Cooley and the value he's bringing to this team.
He's a leader. He's a leader. He takes that role seriously. If the running back's not having a good day at practice, he's on top of him. He does everything the way it's supposed to be. He does everything right. And that's what stands out. And that's on and off the field. And that's what stands out most about Quentin. If he did it wrong, it's probably my fault. He's that kind of guy that literally does everything the right way.
Believe it or not, there are only 3 spring practices left. And during that time, the coaches will focus on installing more of this offense, but also seeing where the players are developing moving forward.
Well, one of the great parts about having a new coaching staff is getting to know the stories and the personalities of these guys. And each week, we're going to be giving you an inside look at the men leading this Liberty football program. This week, we hear from tight ends coach Cody Ladutko.
I love being around this age of young men, developing them.
Ready, go! There we go, own it. There we go, Austin, better.
It doesn't matter how long our day's been, how hard it's been, nothing like that. I don't wake up one time and say, I have to go to work, or it feels like a job. It doesn't feel like that at all. So that's just right there, knows I'm doing something right.
Hey, don't lean out on me though, right? It'll naturally happen. Just own the gap, own the gap.
Playing quarterback, I played it in college. You have to understand enough about the O-line, about the receivers, about the running backs, just to get your job done. Tight ends, to me, are somewhat similar to it, having to know a lot in the run game, having to know a lot in the pass game. And I thoroughly enjoy it and love it because I think you get the best of both worlds.
There we go, run it. Good.
I'm not the most high-intensity guy. I'm more of a pull a guy to the side and talk to him in his ear. I try to get a little bit of juice going, a little bit more laid back. I like to have fun, though. But they know when it's serious time, it's time to go.
Good, get through there. Clean it up. There we go, Bentley. Good, Bentley.
I always say to them, especially when we're in the meetings or on the field, the only dumb question is no question.
And on the first one, when the safety just comes down like that, what am I supposed to do?
So don't assume that I think you know something, or don't worry about getting made fun of or thinking it's a dumb question, because if we're not communicating on the same level, you need to let me know.
Yeah, then tell them.
You have to love the game, selfless, and give great effort. You know, a guy that is a team before self. What can I do for others? How can I get better? What do I need to do to get better?
My bad, I thought you were saying outside foot up. Yeah. Outside foot up, yeah.
I love seeing them grow off the field in faith, their job, they're getting married, and then hopefully even for a lot of these guys, you know, hopefully playing at the next level. To me, those guys succeeding in any way possible and knowing that if I had the littlest bit of help for it, that's one of the biggest things for me. I do love it. I love it.
There we go. I'll take it. Yeah!
Well, if you want to see this new-look Flames team, you are in luck. Next Saturday, 1:30, the Flames holding their annual spring game. It's free to the public.
Woo-hoo!
Music to my ears. There will be inflatables. There will be giveaways. There will be autographs from players and coaches. Everything you need to have a great time. So come on out to Williams Stadium and get a sneak peek at the 2023 Flames football team.
I will definitely be there. All right, back to the diamond as the Lady Flames got back to their winning ways after sweeping their ASUN series against Kennesaw State. But it wasn't a walk in the ballpark. Man, I am on a roll today, Matt Warner. On Friday, Liberty found itself down 4-2 late in the game. Something about these Owls lately against Liberty. That is until catcher Caroline Hudson came up clutch. We'll hear from her more in just a moment. The go-ahead 3-run shot in the 6th inning fueled the 5-4 comeback for the Lady Flames. What a good way to start the weekend. Can they keep it going on Saturday? Well, yes, I just told you they swept the series. Paige Bachman was the hero in this one. She struck out 12 batters during a 2-hit shutout as Liberty takes it 6-0. And finally, in the series finale, LU was tied up with the Owls until a 2-run 6 to complete the sweep. Carly Keeney gets the win in the circle, while Rachel Roop went 3 for 3 at the plate. A big reason for the Lady Flames' bounce-back success is Megan Fortner. She was named the ASUN Softball Player of the Week after driving in 9 runs, batting .462 and a .769 slugging percentage. That sounds like Matt Warner numbers. Liberty returns to conference play on the road at North Florida next.
Well, when you've won as much as Liberty softball has in recent years, it can be hard to pick individual moments that stand out. But for two Lady Flames stars, the best memory they have is the same one: a monster win over an in-state foe and a couple of breakout performances that led the way.
My name is Caroline Hudson. I'm a catcher, and my moment is the Virginia Tech game.
My name is Carly Keeney. I'm a pitcher for Liberty softball. My favorite moment would have to be shared with Caroline Hudson, our catcher, the Virginia Tech game in the 2021 season.
Well, stepping into the circle now for the Flames is Carly Keeney. We saw her this past.
I came in the 3rd inning against a really, really good hitting team. We were down 3-0. But my main focus, I just had this feeling that we would come back, even against an All-American. And so my main focus was just to throw strikes and get outs.
Keeney registering the K. That's out number 3.
My 3rd at bat, I was up. It was the bottom of the 7th.
Caroline Hudson, 0 of 2 on the day.
And I had not been hitting very well this season so far. Had the mindset, I was like this team is really good. This pitcher we're seeing is really good. I'm just gonna go for it.
1-1 the count. Richard. This is driven to left field. Does it have enough? It does! Caroline Hudson, bottom of the 7th, a 3-run bomb to tie the game at 3.
That was one of my proudest moments for her, just because she had kind of been struggling that season, and I had seen how hard she had worked, and I'd thrown BP to her a lot.
Her biggest hit of the season comes against the ranked Hokies.
We continued on, and we played the 8th inning. Nobody scored, and I got up again in the bottom of the 9th.
Hudson's still on a high from that shot last time.
Honestly, in my head, I'm like, okay, I've already had my moment this game. I haven't been hitting very good. That was probably it.
2-1 the count to Hudson. She drives another one. Can it be? It is! Walk-off home run, Caroline Hudson.
Unbelievable.
I knew what she could do, and that was just kind of the game that she broke out. 2 home runs against an All-American.
Literally was not thinking anything. I was so excited, and I saw her, and we, when I crossed the plate, we, hugged so hard and so big, and then I just remember, walking off the field, and everyone was so excited.
It was just kind of a game, I feel that together we both established ourselves.
It was just an awesome moment. Really, I know for me personally, but even for the team, it was so exciting.
She is going to remember that home run for a long, long time.
What a moment. Hey, a quick note from Liberty Women's Hoops. Senior Maya Berkman can add one more accolade to her impressive career. Berkman claimed the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball field goal percentage crown for this past season. Berkman led the nation by shooting 69.5% from the field. She becomes just the 2nd Liberty women's player to ever lead the country in field goal percentage. The other? Well, it's current Lady Flames assistant coach Katie Matera, who did it in back-to-back seasons from 2003 through 2005. All right, coming up, see how one Liberty tennis player's upbringing in South Africa helped him develop the toughness he would need on the court.
Plus, our good friend Rhett McGibbon joins the show for Warm, Hot, and Fuego. That's all when Flame Central returns.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, Your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
At Liberty University, we don't just believe everyone should have access to higher education, we make it happen. That's why we are offering our Middle America Scholarship to help families like yours by providing over $20,000 over the course of 4 years. Money should not hold you back from the life-changing experience at Liberty University. Find out if you qualify for the Middle America Scholarship today.
God's calling for your life can be specific, and at Liberty, we are committed to equipping you to pursue that calling. Choose from more than 350 unique programs of study, or design your own major through interdisciplinary studies, and be confident your major is the perfect fit. No matter how specific your calling, you'll find a program of study to match at Liberty University and become your best as a champion for Christ.
Welcome back to Flame Central. One of the best parts about sports is how it translates to life. The lessons we learn on the court can be used in our personal or spiritual lives, but it's also the experiences off the court that help shape us into the athletes we are on the court. That's actually the case for men's tennis player Thando Longwe-Smith, who brings a fight to this game. Here's his story on where that edge comes from.
When I hit the ball, there is no better feeling than crunching it in the middle of the strings. Sounds good, it feels good on the hands, you know, you don't get that sore wrist when you hit it on the frame maybe, and it's amazing, it's awesome. I'm Thando Longwe-Smith, I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, and I play for Liberty Men's Tennis. How I love tennis is how I love everything else in my life. You know, it's just been there always, just as my mom and my sister. And I think it's played a massive role in teaching me lessons. You know, going through tough moments in tennis has sort of allowed me to mature and grow into the person I am now. In tennis, it gets exposed the most who works hard and who doesn't. Everyone can hit forehands, everyone can hit backhands, but it's the ones who are sort of stronger mentally and who have complete trust in the practice that they've put in and the hours and hours of time in the gym running that prevail in the end.
His best strength by far is his ability to fight and compete and find a way. So that's what we really value in Thando on court the most. And then his game is very dangerous. There's a lot of ways that he can win points on the court.
My mom is where I get that grit and fight from. I think being a South African growing up in apartheid, you face a lot of struggle, you go through a lot of hardship. My dad is a white South African and my mom is a colored South African. Obviously, they weren't allowed to marry during apartheid. What brought them together really was the fight. I feel I have inherited a bit of that grit and that fight. Being able to overcome those things, putting yourself on the front lines against such a disgusting thing, I think that makes you strong. And that's something that no one will be able to take away from you. That is a beautiful thing that really happened in a difficult time for South Africa.
Given Thando's background and his family's background, he's come up as someone that hasn't had it all handed to him. So that gives him an edge as a competitor, which I think is great.
God has been doing wonderful things in my life.
The gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Now being older and sort of maturing and asking questions, it has really developed an appetite in order to get to know God and have a relationship with Him, because that's what He wants for all of us.
We need that salvation, we need to be saved because we are spiritually dead. And before the salvation that Christ provided, we are dead in our sins. Colossians 2:13, we are dead in our sins.
I think that now being in college, surrounded with this amazing team, these amazing coaches, I'm around the right people who can answer the questions that I have on a daily basis. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I'm here at Liberty to expand and grow my relationship with the Lord. Believe in God. If you have a mindset of we're going through tough times now, in order to become stronger and better, then you will ultimately become stronger and better, because you will take the lessons that you have learned from those tough moments and apply them to the rest of your life.
All right, thanks to Helmut Montoya for producing that great piece. Time now for Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Of course it is. Rhett McKibben's here. Top player moment from Liberty Athletics over the past week. Rhett, do we have any kind of special theme we've got working this week?
You know, with it being Easter weekend, I thought Easter candy. Why not? We jump in there, kind of name a few, right? Why not?
We usually tend to go towards food anyway.
It just is one of those
Let's start
things.
off with warm. Athlete and candy.
It's Rachel Crane on the softball team. And those mini Cadbury eggs, you know, the one that has the hard candy shell, you don't like
with
those.
The stuff in the middle?
No, not that. Not that. This is just like the milk chocolate on the inside.
Totally on board
with
there.
just the light candy
I thought we were getting
shell.
off to a rough start.
Consistently a good one, I would say, right? And that's where I'm going here with Rachel Crane. Consistency. She actually broke a Liberty program record as of late. 11 straight plate appearances with reaching base safely. There's some walks in there, but hey, it's not just walks. Like, she was hitting some doubles, got some RBIs, is having an insanely good season. So get this. Here's some numbers for you, okay?
Give it to me.
This season, she's leading the team in batting average, hitting .321. Guess her number last year?
290.
143.
Wow.
Yeah, she came into the program, really saying, hey, Coach Dot, I'm a defensive specialist. I do not enjoy hitting. It's not my thing. So if you want my defense, I'm glad to come here, but I'm not going to hit for you. And then something happened this offseason where she just got in the batting cages with the coaching staff and has turned into, the best hitter for average right now. And she loves hitting, and it's showing. She has been terrific this season.
Yeah, incredible year for her thus far. All right, we go from warm now to hot.
All right, this is the one you don't like. The Cadbury egg with the filling. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking here, multiple layers for Megan Fortner.
Oh, I got you.
Multiple layers to her game. Now, I need to apologize to Megan right off the bat here. You know, you're looking at the players coming into the program, and I saw Jacksonville State, and I'm like, okay, she's going to be a depth player. Not the case.
Right, no.
Megan Fortner having a terrific year, exactly what the Flames needed at first base. Okay, ASUN Player of the Week this week, right? 6 of 13, that's hitting for 462. 500 on base percentage, had a double home run, 9 RBI, had a pair of 4 RBI games. You don't need her to be a power bat. She just keeps the lineup going. You get to her, and she just gets on base. And the Lady Flames have done a great job of that this season, herself included. That's why they're jacking up people.
Right.
No other way to put it.
Yeah, great addition, certainly, to that team. All right, finally, Rhett in Fuego.
Yes.
Candy and athlete.
All right, candy first is the peanut butter egg. The Reese's peanut butter egg.
Have to.
The protein in there is what Kevin Nedrick needs.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, my good friend Kevin Nedrick.
Right.
You know, we've competed together. This guy, he's just throwing that discus.
You're a mentor. To
exactly.
Him, really.
You know, that's how I would.
Honest.
100%. He threw it a country mile here recently. Okay, this guy, second week in a row, they actually broke the ASUN all-time discus record.
Wow.
He threw it 194 feet 5 inches. That's 13th nationally this year.
Wow.
And he just keeps getting better. You know, I was talking to him last year. We were doing that rest rules kind of thing. Or it wasn't last year, but you know what I mean. He's like, yeah, I feel like I just need to like really refine this and I'll be good at it. I'm like, oh, I think you're there.
I think you're there.
Yeah, exactly.
And he appreciates the help you've given him along the way.
Right?
Rhett, we appreciate you as well. Thanks as always. Stick with us. More Flame Central coming up after this.
We should go to the beach and just sit there and do LUA. No. My name is Chris Jordan.
My name is Jennifer.
One of the benefits of LUOA when we were investigating it versus perhaps a private school or something is the cost and accessibility. You know, is if you have access to the internet, you can get right on and do this at any time.
I think too that, like we were talking about, the teachers being able to contact you and say like, hey, you're behind, or if you do need some extra help with this, and they're very willing to help you do whatever you can to get back on track. Not that it ever happened with our kids, but you know, most definitely happened.
You know, for our family, not only was the pandemic going on and the whole world shifting around, we moved in the middle of that, moved from one state to another state, but we didn't skip a beat when it came to the schooling. And so the flexibility of LUA was an exceptional option for us.
A college degree is more than a diploma. It's taking control of your future and finding that next step. At Liberty University, we not only care about your career, we also care about your calling. And we want to help you learn, develop, and grow so you can make an impact as a champion for Christ. Over 600 online programs, one you, infinite possibilities.
Well, I'm sorry to say that this is where we leave you. But if you don't want the fun to end, go to libertyflamecentral.com. You can watch past shows and any stories you may have missed along the way.
Hey, did you know we also have a podcast, a Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage? And guess what? Now you can send in questions, comments, flamecentral@liberty.edu. For Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you right back here next week.